you ever wake up and realize, damn it, I'm the adult now? There's no magical grown-up in the next room. No one's coming to make sure you eat, sleep, drink water, stop doom scrolling, or leave that toxic situationship you keep calling complicated. It's just you. That's when maturity starts. Not when you turn 30, not when you file taxes, not when you buy almond milk and get excited about air fryers. Maturity starts the second you realize no one's driving the car but you. And the scary part? You've been behind the wheel the whole time. If you feel stuck, burnt out, quietly screaming into your pillow at 2 a.m. while binge-watching your ex's new situationship on IG, congrats. You're not immature. You're awake in a world that wants you asleep. And being awake hurts. Nobody tells you maturity is mostly grief. Grieving the fantasy. Who you thought you'd be by now, the timeline you imagined, the version of you who never settled or scrolled for hours, searching for a dopamine drip disguised as motivation. You want signs of maturity? Here they are, raw. 1. You stop expecting closure. You don't stop because you're over it. You stop because you finally see the trap. You've been holding your breath for a chapter that's already ended, standing in ruins waiting for the person who burned it down to show up with water and a handwritten "my bad." You wanted the story to make sense, a reason, a clean finale. But life isn't a Netflix series. People leave messy. They ghost, breadcrumb, lie, love bomb, trauma dump, then vanish into the algorithm like they were never real. You scroll the messages, replay every word, draft speeches no one will send, then one day you snap. Not loud, but deep. This isn't mine to carry anymore. That's the shift. Not when they apologize, but when you no longer need them to. Even if they said everything perfectly, it wouldn't unbreak what broke. You stop needing their words because you find your own. It hurt. It mattered. I'm still here. You give yourself closure. You stop waiting, and you walk. That's when life moves again. Forward. Toward you. 2. You stop arguing to be understood. You realize you've been running a customer service hotline for your boundaries. PowerPoints, long texts, shaky voice notes, careful disclaimers. For people who never planned to respect you. They're not confused. They're committed to misunderstanding you because it lets them avoid change. So you stop. Not from arrogance, from self-respect. You stop turning your limits into TED Talks. You stop trying to win debates that cost your peace. Your life is not a courtroom. You don't owe cross-examinations every time you say no. If someone really sees you, you don't need to explain much. If someone doesn't, nothing you say will be enough. You choose peace over being right. Solitude over noise. Silence over performance. And when you stop arguing, you make room for the people who already understand. 3. You learn how to sit with yourself. No one warns you how loud silence is when you stop running from it. Phone down, TV off, headphones out, and it's just you. The thoughts catch up. Why aren't you further? Why are you alone? Why do you feel broken while everyone else looks fine? Instinct says run, scroll, text someone toxic, overwork, overeat, anything but feel. Maturity is when you stop running. You sit and say, okay, let's feel this. Feelings stop being enemies and start being messengers. Whispers from a younger you who never got to speak. It's messy. Ugly crying on the floor, staring at a wall for an hour, journaling gibberish that only your nervous system understands. But you stay. You tell yourself, I know you're hurting. I'm not leaving. And something inside begins to trust you. The pain doesn't vanish. You get stronger. You become the safe place you kept searching for in other people. That peace, the world can't give it, and it can't take it. 4. You stop reacting to bait. You used to be quick with it. Screenshots, subtweets, elegant bridge burning. Then life humbles you. One jab too many. One fake friend too close. One argument that leaves you asking, Why do I feel worse after defending myself? You realize not everyone deserves your fire. Not everything needs your energy. Snarky comment? Bait. Fake concern? Bait. Curiosity from the person who ignored you until you started glowing? Bait. You could torch them with receipts, but you don't. Because peace is expensive, and your energy isn't on clearance. Not reacting is a reaction, the strongest one. You stop posting cryptic essays. You stop playing chess with people throwing checkers. You don't explain. You don't defend. You just exit. Your calm is your armor. Your silence is strategy. Let them talk. You live your truth. 5. You choose discipline over dopamine. This one is not cute. No candles, no aesthetic. It's gritty. It's doing the hard thing when everything in you wants easy. It's not texting the walking red flag. It's not reinstalling the app you deleted for your sanity. It's saying, I'm bored. I'm lonely. I'm sad. And refusing to numb it with another scroll, another snack, another situationship. Dopamine is cheap and crashes hard. Discipline is slow and quiet. It doesn't give fireworks, just a foundation. You journal instead of trauma dumping. You hydrate. You stretch. You clean the tiny corner that's been haunting you. Not because you feel like it, but because you're becoming someone you respect. No one claps for any of this, but you feel the shift, that small, steady pride that whispers, I'm doing it. That's self-respect in action. A story. Worst breakdown of my life. 3 a.m., kitchen floor, sweatpants, crumbs, existential crisis. Outside, I looked fine. Inside, dumpster fire. I whispered, what's wrong with me? A tiny voice answered, nothing. You're finally feeling what you were never allowed to feel. You're grieving what you never got to mourn. You're crashing not because you're weak, but because your soul is breaking through the numbness. That was the shift. Maturity isn't a polished version of you who's figured everything out. It's the version crying on the floor who still says, I'm not quitting on myself. It's when you stop waiting to be fixed and start showing up for you. It's raw, lonely, unglamorous, and sacred. You don't get a roadmap. You get moments. Tiny, quiet moments where you breathe and realize, I'm actually doing this. I'm breaking cycles. I'm becoming. You hear the old voice, you're not enough. You answer, watch me. You cheer for yourself in the silence. You're not behind, you're becoming. It's messy, non-linear, slow and confusing, and it's the most beautiful thing you'll ever do. If no one's told you lately, you're doing better than you think. You're not failing, you're healing. You're not lost. You're rebuilding without the blueprint you should have been given. Send this to the friend who's been too hard on themselves, the one holding it all in. You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to feel proud for just getting through the day. Be your own hero. Hold your own hand. Look in the mirror and say, we're going to get through this. Not perfectly, powerfully.